What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Plonka Jones Show. My name is Plonka Jones, and today we are doing the first podcast of many. Today is January 26th of 2021. So, we finally made it into 2021. I never thought we'd make it here after what a great year we had last year. Mwah. But unfortunately, to the people who thought that COVID was just going to run away before, that COVID was going to run away as soon as the clock struck 12 on New Year's Eve, unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. People still dying. People still dying on the streets. I remember when the Wuhan virus, when the virus came out of Wuhan, and I remember hearing that there was videos of people dying on the street with this thing. They pushed it as some crazy world killing virus, which made everyone freak out. But then it turns out it's just it's not really that. It kills people for sure, and COVID is definitely something to take serious, but it's not as bad as we all thought. It's 99% survival rate. There's 1% that dies. That's what I've heard. This is all coming out of my ass, by the way. But anyways, 2020 sucked. We all know that. I had good hopes for that year. I remember coming into the year, I was in this good mindset of, I was turning 16. I thought I was really gonna take 2020 by the balls and really give it everything I got. I thought I was gonna really push myself to go out to concerts, to go out to parties, to hang out with people, to really enjoy myself. But my birthday is on the end of March, and I was getting really excited. I was gonna have a birthday party. I was going to. I ended up not having the birthday party, but I'll tell you why. Because just about in Australia, we all got locked down. I think it was the 13th of March, I want to say. Just mid-March. We got locked down in mid-March. That's when we had the spike. And so my birthday being right at the end of March, I obviously couldn't have a party anymore. And so I wanted to. The other idea was to have my birthday at a camping park, or what is it called, a caravan park. I wanted to have it there just so I could I like chill vibes. I'm not as much of a party person. That just doesn't isn't my person, I don't think. The whole drinking thing I don't really like either, but obviously that can change over as I grow. But anyway, I just like a cool, chill vibe with my friends. If I was just talking with them, hanging by a fire, or just chilling out, going away somewhere would be really awesome. So I wanted to do that for my birthday, and the prices actually weren't too bad. It was going to be $100 and something a night for a 4-person cabin. Boom shakalaka, everything was going good, and then the lockdowns made it so that after the lockdown, the restrictions were so hard that it made it so we couldn't do it, unfortunately. So that kind of sucked. So I didn't really get to have a birthday party, or any kind of birthday celebration. But the other thing I was really mad about was, when I'm here in Australia, when you turn 16, you can go for your driver's license. You can go for your learners, and I was really excited to do that. And I'd been practicing on the online site. You got this practice website, if you don't know, on the RAA website. And it's basically the exact same test, but with just different pictures slightly. But anyway, so once you turn 16, you can go for it, and usually everyone can do it. Pretty much the day of they turn 16. But there's this virus around for some reason, and it decides to make it so the registration place, the service SA, it wasn't available. Like it was closed. So I couldn't get my driver's license until May. Like I obviously this is just little shit, but kind of triggering. It means I have to wait an extra 2 months after I turn 17 this year to go for my P's. Which getting your P's is the real deal. Like I have this theory. Well, it's not really a theory, but like this is a thought. It's up until like I'm turning 17, right? Up until this time, we have never had the ability to just get in a car and go anywhere we want. Like once you get your P's, that is a freedom that you've never had in your life. A car can take you so far. Like you can just get up and go anywhere. We've never had that type of freedom before. So I'm really keen to see this experience. Like see how I use it, see what I can do. Like this really lets me explore the world, see all the different places, and do the things that I want to do. Like just sitting at the sunset for a beach, at the beach, just that's the kind of chill shit I like. And I'd like to go do that sometime. So, I want to get my P's. So let's get to May. Hopefully no more Chinese virus. Hopefully we get those vaccines going. I know there are people who believe that the vaccine is also, just the virus is fake, and then you don't need the vaccine. And the vaccine's it has a more chance of killing you than a virus. I don't really know who to believe, but I feel like the government's just going to enforce it, right? Like, if it's a opt-in vaccine, if it's opt-in, then that's fine. And I feel like it should be opt-in, right? But what if only 50% of Australia gets the vaccine? What if that doesn't contribute anything to herd immunity? So then the government would be like, hey, you guys we need to kill this virus. We're going to enforce the vaccine. We're going to make sure that the 50% that don't have it, get it. What happens then? How do they force you to get a vaccine? I'm ready to see how it goes, but I would prefer not to get it. I'm at the age where I don't think I need to get the vaccine. I think that's a thing to say. I'm not sure, but that's a thing. I would prefer not to get it just because I'm not positive if it's real or not, or if it's good to take. So, I'd prefer not to get it, but if I have to get it to travel, like I want to go to England sometime, I'll get it. That's fine. I'll get the 2 shots 2 weeks after. I'll feel sick for a couple days. That's okay. I don't really know if I can do that. Feel sick for a couple days. The thought of a needle getting me sick is kind of bad. Like, I can deal with needles because I know that they're it's for a good purpose, but it's gonna make me sick. I don't know if I'm about that fam. I just don't know. But moving away from the Chinese virus and how it's impacted my life so far. We've got the rebrand happening at the moment, the Plonka Jones Show. As you can see, the channel's renamed. I've changed the banner and the profile picture. Changed the actual name of the channel. I'm trying to commit to this, and I did take that break for a while. I honestly, never saw myself coming back to it. Well, I don't know if that's true to say. I always had it in the back of my mind. Like I didn't just lose the idea of wanting to make videos. Like that was never it. I think back when I used to make videos, I used to hate editing. I really didn't like it. I get into moods where I would like it, but just if you could see how I'd edit my videos back then, you could see that the start of the video, like just say it was a 10-minute video, the first like 3 or 4 minutes would be very edited, very careful, paid attention to, and then as time went on, I would just get more sick of it and sick of it, and then the video would just get worse and worse, and then so it would be more heavier edited at the start, and then as the video goes on, it would look a bit worse. And I also wouldn't watch the videos back because I would be so sick of editing. I'd just get off of it. I'd be like, oh, finally done. Let's go, and then I just kind of upload it. Which that fucked me a couple times actually. Yeah, I had a couple of videos where I did a counter wrong. I thought that if I could just copy and paste the same text file down the same timeline, just further and further, and change the number, that it would come as a different file. But no. So I fucked shit up, and so I kind of just lost it for a bit. But recently, in March of 2020, the best year for the cisgenders, I was in a drama class, and I had to do Pilates. Like, I was being this character called Fred. And Fred, he had this crush coming into his room, and he's like, oh, I better do my Pilates dance, my Pilates moves in front of her. And so I have to do these exaggerated twists and squats and lunges. And so I do that, and I don't feel any pain when I'm doing it or anything like that. I'm just exaggerating it. But after I do it, like an hour later, I feel that my back's like really sore. Like it's just sore. And it had happened to me the week prior where I rehearsed the same scene, and my hips were sore. So it happened to me again, and my back was sore. And ever since that day, every single day, my back's been fucked. I have to wear a back brace every day. I rub this pain away stuff on my back. I've tried physiotherapy, chiropractor. I've tried yoga. I've tried so many different shit, and nothing worked. So I decided, after my mate got a gym membership, he wrote down on a list for me, and then so that got me a gym membership. And so I decided to go for it. They called me up, and I thought I'd commit to the gym, because the physiotherapy guy would always tell me that I need to strengthen my core and my legs, and so would the chiropractor. He would also say that. He'd say exercise is very important. That I should be exercising if I want to fix my back. And so, I go for it. I get 2 free personal trainer sessions. So I work with a personal trainer for a little bit. I know how to use a treadmill. I'm smart like that. I got the IQ. So I can use a treadmill. I was like, hell yeah, let's go. I'll just go on that for 30 minutes. Easy clap. So I did that, and I fucked my legs. And then the personal trainer guy showed me these workouts with squats and all these different workouts in the gym. So I would go every Monday and Tuesday and work out. But because I was not 18, this gym had a rule where I wasn't able to go in when it was unstaffed hours. So if you were above 18, you could go in there 24 hours. You got this little card, and you can just go in there whenever. But I could not. I could only go, when the staffed hours were there. So Mondays and Tuesdays, I don't know what time it would start, but it went late enough to 8 o'clock where I would be able to go, and those are my days off from work as well, so that worked out for me. Um, but my other day off, like a Saturday, the gym closed at 3 p.m. What the fuck? So I merely wake up at 3 a.m. on a Saturday, so I could never go as much as I wanted to, and in the end, I just stopped going, and then I decided to quit. But before I decided to quit, I wanted to do something with that money. I wanted to be proactive with myself. I didn't want like one thing I loved about going to the gym was it gave me a sense of pride, I guess. Like it made me feel like, I was a good human being, I guess. Like I was going out and being proactive. I was getting my exercise, and then I would come home and do my thing, and it made me feel good about myself. So I didn't want to just quit the gym and that be it. I didn't want to just lose that feeling. So I thought I'd put that money, that $15 a week, $60 a month, into making videos again. I thought I'd try my luck somewhere else and really push for this again. Really give this a go. And so I decided to purchase Sony Vegas, $35 a month. I know I can pirate it, but can't be fucked getting viruses on my computer. So I just paid for it. And so $35 a month is better than 60. Okay. I also bought a new microphone. I had to buy a new boom arm. It came with a pop filter, which was nice. I also bought a ring light for when I eventually do videos on the podcast. And like just other types of videos with a face cam and shit. So yeah, I decided to really give this a go. So I thought I've done enough I'm back videos on the Plonka channel. As I was looking for the announcement video, like things for the announcement video, I saw at least 5 I'm back plonks or where have I been, shit like that. I saw at least 5. So I didn't want to make another one of that. So I decided to. I gave it a real big think, and I thought if I'm gonna give this another crack, I don't want to just burn out after a couple weeks of doing it again. I want to do what I want to do what I actually enjoy, do what I find interesting, and not so much worry about things that would be good for views or things that people would like. I want to do what I want to do. And I think that will make me be more committed to doing a channel. So I'm really into podcasts. 2020 really got me into podcasts. Joe Rogan, love that guy. I feel like I'm his best friend, and I've never even fucking talked to the guy. I've gotten into all of his friends as well. Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and the Your Mom's House podcast. Dude, that shit's so funny with Christina. Joey Diaz. I'm a Patreon member, the Joey Diaz. So I'm loving a lot of podcasts. Tim Dillon. So I decided, I'd do a podcast, and I like doing videos. I definitely do. So I decided to do videos again. Got the ring light. So I think I'm doing okay. I think the Plonka Jones show is an okay start. I'm definitely looking to update it as time goes on, but for now it'll work. The scary ass animated photo of me. That thing is so cursed, as my mate says. The way I did it was I wanted to make like a little. I needed to fill the space in the thumbnail, so I thought I'd make some kind of animated figure of myself, and I can't draw for shit. So I thought I would, you know, use my Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus to good use with the AR emoji. And this is an emoji that you can make of yourself in Samsung. And yeah, this is what it is. That's what it is. So, as what you're looking at right now, probably, is, yep, that's my Samsung emoji. So, you know, when I eventually get big enough and I don't have to pay for someone to draw me a profile picture, I just get fan art, I'll probably use that. Pretty cool. So yeah, the Plonka Jones Show. Oh, ran out of water. One thing to do with the name, the Plonka Jones Show, was that it was actually going to be called the Josh Jones Show. First off, my first name, Josh. I still like being called Plonka, but I thought I was going to move away from it because I'm kind of more comfortable with the name Josh. Plonka originally became my nickname because I didn't really like my name Josh. I'm kind of uncomfortable with that name, but now not so much. So I thought I was going to move over, and I made all these graphics for it and everything, and just when I got the new microphone, I think, or just when I was planning something out, like a couple days before, I decided to, speak into my microphone and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Josh Jones Show." And I realized I can't say my name properly. I just, with my lisp and my braces, it doesn't help. And you guys are probably annoyed by it already. But, so if I kept saying my name, Josh Jones, and where I can't say it properly, it gets annoying. So, I said Plonka Jones, and that worked out so well. So, here we are with the Plonka Jones Show. I hope you guys enjoyed the announcement video. I put a day into it, but that was my first editing project back. I hadn't edited in a while since that. So, it was cool to hop back on the horse. It was cool to look through some of my old videos again and just laugh my ass off at how squeaky my voice was and how small I look, how skinny I was. I could just push myself over at any moment now. Oh, that'd be so awesome. So, it was definitely fun to make that video. One thing I've always found difficult with videos is, because music is so impactful, it's kind of hard to find the right music. If you don't have a good sound library, it's pretty hard to find the right music you want for a video that's not copyrighted. That's the worst thing, man, that DMCA shit. In my head, I originally wanted more of a guitar, amping up kind of beat, where it ramps up. The guitar, starts off kind of slow, like a dun 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 dun, and where it's me, saying, no more old Plonka, and, just saying, how I don't want to be this guy anymore, and then I, with a big announcement, a big bang, Plonka Jones Show, and, a dan big guitar, but, I couldn't find anything like that. So, I decided to use the piano sound and make it more emotional, Make it more of a tribute to my younger self. And yeah, so I put that music in, and then with the happy music, when it comes back to me sitting really weirdly, still hate how I look in that photo, in that in that video, but that's fine. That's okay. We'll improve. One thing when I was editing that video, I don't know if anyone else saw that. Let me know if you did, but it kind of felt like I was making a tribute to myself, as if I had just passed away. like in remembrance of Plonka Jones. And the video is just like videos of me. Like the only things that are on the internet of me are these young videos of me. So I'm just like, I should just put RIP Plonka Jones, 2004 to 2020. But right at the end, I put I'm back, bitches, and that was apparently that kind of saved the video. So that was a good idea. That was a last minute thing. That was really cool. I'm gonna take a quick break here to get some more water. I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Just had to get some water. You know, I happen to drink a lot of water, so you know, had to get some more. But I'm really glad to be back. Honestly, like I've gotten a lot of support from the recent video. I've gotten to talk to a lot of old mates. Connected with a few old friends from it. So it's really cool to be back on the YouTube grind. I one thing is though, I wish I would have done it earlier in the school holidays. I had like 7 weeks to do this shit, but I do it like the week before I go back to school. So right now I'm filming this on the Tuesday, and I go back tomorrow, which is Wednesday, back to school. So any of you homies out there who have to go back to school tomorrow, F in the chat for us. We've got a whole another year of school to go. But this is my final year in school. Like, this is my last year. So I'm pretty excited to kind of give it a crack. And, really, this is the 1 year where you kind of have to try, I guess. There's that score you can get at the end of the year. So there's kind of a competitiveness to it. And I've got psychology, which I did really well in this in 2020. So I'm really excited to do that again. Psychology is really interesting. That was the first class that got me really into taking notes. Notes are, oh my gosh, man, they saved me so much in that class. Holy shit. The teacher would just be talking about a presentation, and anything on the slide, I'd just be like, just typing down as fast as I could. That also helped me learn how to type a lot better as well. So, it sucks having to go back to school. I hope I can, fit this still into my schedule. I only work 3 days a week, so I should be able to do it. But, I'm really excited to give this year another crack. We get to go home in our studies this year as well. So, cool. Don't have to stay at school for as long. Hell yeah. Year 11 gives us studies where we just sit there and be bored. Year 12, we actually get to go home or get KFC during it. So, hell yeah. I just can't believe where the time's gone, man. Like, when Christmas came around, I'm like, holy shit, it's Christmas already? That's fucked. But one thing I got for Christmas, which I'm really proud of, actually, is a electric scooter. I got a e-scooter. Kind of like those ones you find in cities, where they're like, there's ones made by Uber, and there's like other ones, but they're usually like orange or purple or green. They got like a certain color to them, but they're just like scooters that are around the city. But anyway, like a scooter like that where it's just electric. So at Harris Scarfs in Australia, they had the scooter for, what was it? It was $500 down from $1,100, so more than half price, which is just a bargain. And so my dad gave me $200 towards it, and I paid the rest. So that was really cool to get. The weird thing about it though was the brand that was on the box. I couldn't find anything about it. It was like Leon X or something, but I just couldn't find shit. I would search the name into Google. I tried Google Lens, and took a photo of it and tried googling it before I bought it, and I just couldn't find anything to do with that name. But when I did Google Lens it came up with the same scooter under the name the Xiaomi Mark 1 e-scooter or something. And it turns out that it's one of the best, best for price e-scooters out there. It's actually the one that usually other scooters get compared to because it's that much of a stable mark kind of scooter. So really happy to get that one. And man, am I impressed. I would recommend everyone to get an e-scooter. Honestly, like it's the closest thing to that freedom I talked about before with getting your P's. It's the closest thing to that because this thing gets me so far. I don't know. It doesn't tell me exactly how many Ks it does, but shit, man, I can go forever in this thing almost. I've only run out of battery once because I took the bike track all the way up to the shopping center, and it felt like to me that the bike track was way longer than just going along the side of the road in my head. So I thought that if I went along the side of the road, I would save battery and be able to get home faster. But no, I had three bars left when I was leaving, and when I started going down the side of the road, it started with a bike track, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, this is exactly what I need, a bike track. This will take me straight away along the side of the road, and it'll take me home. Mind you, this is like an expressway. And then so I'm going down the bike track, and then it gets to this footy club, which is on the side of the road, and then the bike track just stops. It just cuts off. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's no signs leading anywhere, and I got no idea where to go. So I follow this like footpath. I'm like, okay, maybe I just go down here. Maybe it's one of those bike tracks that go off into a footpath. And so I start going through that, and it takes me into this new neighborhood. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. And it's all downhill, and I'm looking on Google Maps, and it says that there's like this pathway that might take me across. So I'm going down, and I'm lost. I can't get out. And so I must have lost at least like 35% battery just in that one little area trying to get out because there's only one exit. And that pathway that I saw on Google Maps didn't actually lead to the road. It didn't even go anywhere near it, so it kind of sucked. So I ended up going along the beach side, and I had to carry my scooter along the. I had to walk on the beach and carry my scooter, and I kept finding pathways that took me to dead ends. And then eventually I knew I was just gonna run out of battery, so I just went as far as I could, and I died, and I ended up on the side of the road waiting for my dad to come pick me up. So that's the one time I have actually run out of battery, but every other time after that, before that, I haven't run out of battery at all. And this thing goes really fast as well, right? Like, it's not like slow or anything. This thing goes to 31 Ks, which doesn't sound like much if you drive a car, but when you're on a scooter, right, you're supposed to be like riding on paths, although you'd prefer to ride on roads. Like 31 Ks on a scooter is pretty fast, and so what it doesn't like when your battery's really good and you can just stay at 31 Ks, like the thing goes fast. So it goes up hills really well. Like man, I'd recommend everyone to get this scooter. So definitely look into that if you've got some money to hang around. And I don't know if I'll use it much once I get my P's in 6 months, but I feel like I can still use it. Like I can use my car to take me further with the scooter. Like I could go, I could find this track or explore this place that I haven't gone to before, and so I just park my car and ride the scooter around the area. Like I can definitely still use it, or I can still sell it because it's such a good scooter. So definitely impressed with how the scooter's going. So yeah. That was my main Christmas present, I think. Shit, I can't even remember what I got for Christmas. Oh shit, yeah. I got I got these Overwatch League jerseys. So if you don't know, I really, really love Overwatch League. That if you don't know, that's the esport for the game Overwatch. I'm a big fan of Overwatch. I started playing it back when it came out, from playing zombies all the time on COD, and I just got addicted to that game, man. I've been playing it ever since. I play it on PC now. It's so fun, and I'm really into the Overwatch League. And so I finally got some jerseys on Black Friday, when they were $112 down to $30, which was an absolute steal. So I called my mum up and she bought me like $250 worth of them. So I ended up getting one for I got I got a Dallas Field jersey, which was the 2018 one. They didn't have a 2020 one, unfortunately. So I got a Dallas Field one, Dallas Field jumper. I got a Hangzhou Spark jersey. That one was in medium, unfortunately. I couldn't get large. But the rest of them I could get large. I've got the Philadelphia Fusion, the Chengdu Hunters, and the New York Excelsior. So, really happy with those, man. I've been wearing them every day since. They're my going out shirt at the moment, so really, really love them. Um, yeah, so I mean that's my nice little segue into the Overwatch League. I want to talk about the Overwatch League on this podcast. I'd like to, you know, if people don't want to listen to it, that's fine. I want to do what I want to do. I want to do what I'm interested in, and I'd like to get people more interested into it. Like it's really fun to watch, and I really enjoy it. So, the 2021 season's coming up this year. We've got the season starting up in April. Now that the Overwatch League Twitter posted that video with John Spector talking about what's happening with the league this year. So there's some really cool things happening. I'm really excited to get right back into it. My life feels really empty once Overwatch League's over. It was kind of heartbreaking to hear that there's only going to be 16 games this season. But I really hope that we can have some home stands again, that we can have some crowds, because I've been watching some old Overwatch League videos, and shit, man, having the crowd like scream and cheer on whenever people get kills, like, it really, really punches the game way more. The fan interaction is so important for Overwatch, and I really hope we can get back into that stuff, man. 2020 really fucked us over with COVID. That we had such a good start with the homestands, and it was going to be a big year, but big shout out to the league being able to actually, take a 2-week break, move all their production to online, and with some hiccups here and there, they did pretty well, like, for the whole season, like, and the tournaments are really good. We're going into the tournament structure this season. They make it really fun. At this point, I don't even want regular season games if they don't count towards a tournament. I don't want nothing to do with it. Like, I feel like how the season should go is like, maybe you take the top 8 teams, and so you have 8 tournaments throughout the year of Overwatch, and the top 8 teams coming out of that, if you win the tournament, you get an instant bye into the playoffs. If you do really well in the tournaments, like, just say you get to the semifinals, each time you've gotten, semifinals, but a couple times you've gotten the quarterfinals, just stuff like that. Like, you can get seedings from it, and then, because at least you're winning something. You've got something to play for, which is really cool. It's important. It just makes storylines so much better. It makes the viewing experience so much better. So, this year is built up of tournaments. I can't remember how many tournaments there are going to be. But there's at least 4 from memory. It starts in April, so there's one each month. So, April, May, June, July, August, and then so 5 tournaments and playoffs in September, I guess. So maybe four or five. And then so all the 20 teams will play. We'll get to watch some tournaments, and then the San Francisco Shock will win their 3rd season once again. Just as the Shock does. Yep, Shock. I don't know how their roster's gonna go this year though. They losing Moth, I feel like, is a real big deal. Like everyone we've seen go on the Shock so far into the Shock system, Krusty just somehow makes them good. So, I believe in the Shock system. That's why I believe they're going to win the season this year. But I believe losing Moth is just... It's so bad for the Shock. Like, it's such a... such a tough loss there. Arns retiring? Oh my gosh. That might ruin everything. Arns was insane. There is no Widowmaker as good as that guy, except for DM. The way that guy plays Widowmaker is fucking nuts. He'd get like 2 picks every fight. I would hate playing against that guy, man. That's fucked up. But yeah, so I mean, like, he had to retire for mental health reasons, but fuck you for leaving Arns. I'm sorry. So we lost Arns, we lost Moth, we lost Rascal. So, but I do like the people we got. FD God, Insane Lucio. He's got an okay brig. Krusty will make him good. Like, Krusty will make him A tier. We also got Nero. Nero's one of my favorite players in the league. I loved him on the Guangzhou Charge. I'm pretty sure he was the reason why I love the Guangzhou Charge so much. Although they do have a good looking roster this year. So they got Nero on the Shock as well. One of my favorite Pharah players. Hope Pharah gets back. They also got Glister. Glister, I have high hopes for. He showed some okay moments on London, but London just wasn't good enough to compete against like anyone in APAC. So I'm really excited to see what Glister's got, and he's so much more flexible than Arns that I feel like he's got a good enough Widowmaker. If not, Striker can play Widowmaker. Glister's got a great Tracer. So I feel like he's going to bring a lot to this team. And then obviously Striker, best DPS in the game. And Super, Choyobin, just absolute gods. Choi, I feel like he doesn't get enough love anymore, but he's just so good. And obviously, probably the best player in the league next to Striker, I think, in the game is Violet. That man is cracked. Just like on a whole different planet, man. He's fucked. So I'm really excited to see how the Shock go this year. Watch them dominate once again. Smurf, oh my god, that guy. How can I forget him? What a playmaker. It sucks seeing him having to compete with Super, because I want to see them both play at the same time. But I also want to see Choi, so it sucks. It's just so many good players. I don't know if anyone's been watching the Next Cup or the Nexus Cup, whatever it's called in China, but Dallas Fuel looking pretty disappointing, like always. I don't know if any of you know, but I started off as a Dallas Fuel fan, and I followed them for 2 years. And the 3rd season, I couldn't handle it anymore. the absolute depression of being a Dallas Fuel supporter, it took me to a different place, man. I was in such a heap. Seeing that old Envious roster with all that potential not do well at all, and me just saying, please play Taimu, please play Taimu, please play Unko, please play Harry. I couldn't handle it. So, I mean, I was still kind of a fan of them, but I wasn't diehard. Like, I was more of a Shock fan. Or I was just more of a fan of the league than more of a fan of just one team. But this year I was more excited for Dallas Fuel, but now that I'm seeing them shit the bed again, Rappel, I was kind of, looking over his performance on Houston, because I was so, like, up on Dallas, but he's still shit. Rappel hasn't been good in a while, so I don't know. Oh, so I don't know. Dallas is, they don't have a tracer player, man. That's the problem. Like, Sparkle's their best tracer, and they've been playing Xe on him on tracer, so they'll get better over time. So I believe in them. Yeah, but I think moving on from the league, the other thing I want to bring up here, just on another note today, because one of my friends has been bothering me with this shit. I don't understand the like how much. Oh, fuck, I'm so bad at saying this. Words are hard. I don't understand why people love piercings so much, especially girls. But like, I mean, guys like them as well. I I cannot understand it. Like, sure, they look okay. Like, some of them look fine. The stretches are fucked. If you are one of those people that get a big fucking circle where you can put your hand through your fucking ear, fuck you. Or just any type of stretcher where I can see through your earlobe, get fucked. Like, the thought of getting a hole in your ear is fucked. And then people always talk about it getting infected. I've had people tell me that the gun, like, fucked up when they was getting the piercing in their ear. Like, I just don't understand. And then people, like, it's pain. That's the other thing. Like, people are in pain for weeks. And, I understand it. You can't do this for every earring. But a lot of them, you can get the fake ones, and they look just the same. So, like, the piercings are just so stupid to me, man. I'm not a big fan of, like, body modification or anything. So, like, if you're getting holes literally stabbed into your body, like in your belly or on your nipples, or if you're doing it in your fucking tongue, man, like, what the fuck? Piercings are just fuck. I just needed to get that off my chest, man. Like, who the hell wants holes in their body? It's stupid. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're going for almost an hour now. I don't know how long exactly I want to do these podcasts for, but I want to do them for long enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first podcast today. Make sure to tell me how I can improve. I'm always looking to improve. If anyone wants to come on the podcast, just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. It's always in the description below. At Plonka YT for Twitter, Plonka Jones on Instagram. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to share this with your friends. The best way podcasts are shared around is through word of mouth. So if you do enjoy this podcast, make sure to let a mate know. And have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching.